One evening, Percy was bringing some freight cars to Brendam docks. He was sure that Thomas would be able to help him out. "It's such a beautiful day out here," said Percy the small engine. Suddenly, Percy saw a bush ahead. "Oh, help!" shouted Percy and applied the brakes. But it was too late. Percy hit the bush with a bang. Percy was more startled than hurt. When Percy got home, Thomas and the other engines were waiting for him. "It's your own fault," said Thomas crossly. "You should keep a better lookout. I have no patience with you." Percy didn't speak the next day to Thomas either. But that night at the sheds, there is an indignation meeting. "I say, Toby," snorted Percy. "What a drip, do you know?" "It's when rain comes through the hole in your cab," laughed Toby, "and your driver doesn't have time to mend it." "That's silly," objected Percy. "I saw a boy at the station who called his friend one this afternoon." "That's silly," said Thomas. "The boy thought his friend was just being a coward, or silly, or a spoil sport." Percy thought about this. "So he suggested reflectively, if you stop me from doing something nice, would you be a drip, Thomas?" "You're the drip," answered Thomas crossly. "Now go to sleep like a sensible engine, and stop talking nonsense." But Percy didn't want to go to sleep. He was feeling more determined how to pay Thomas back with all that teasing. The next day, Henry's train was late. So Thomas decided to make up for the lost time. Thomas was all in good time. "Silly Henry," said Thomas. "He said he was late, but then suddenly, as Thomas came through the next signal, there was a loud bang, and something hit him in his left-hand water tank. "One of your side rods is broken," said Thomas's driver. "It swung up and punctured your tank. We will have to get help." Later that day, Percy was about to collect some freight cars from the yard when the station master came up. "Leave these cars, please, Percy," said the yard manager. "Thomas has got a hole in his water tank, and he cannot get home on his own." "I won't go," Percy said crossly. "Thomas called me a drip. Let him jolly well stick himself." "But what about Annie or Clarabelle and the passengers?" reminded Percy's driver. "Do they deserve to stay out all night too?" "I forgot them," Percy said proudly. "We must rescue them in case they turn into drips too." So Percy set off to the rescue. Percy was going as fast as he could along the line. Thomas waited sadly for help. Just as Percy the small engine arrived, everyone was glad to see Thomas again, and Thomas was pleased to be rescued by his friend. On the way home, Thomas apologized to Percy. "I'm sorry I was rude to you, Percy," said Thomas. "That tank of mine turned me a bigger boiler than expected, didn't it?" So Percy was still listening. "Can we be friends again, please?" But Percy was delighted to agree.